Welcome to my second painting update of 2020. This week I'm showing off my Border Reaver Cavalry and some churchyard stuff. Let's start with the Cavalry because they're in the front. These are from Hokahay Wargame Miniatures. They're sculpted by the late Jim Bowen and I think they're lovely figures. I originally bought these to be the descendants of Lost Conquistadors for my pirate game, but now they're going to be pressed into service not as what they're intended to be, but actually as sort of like English Civil War cavalry in a sort of English Civil War period, 30 years war period role-playing game I'll be running from hopefully from next week, so we'll see. So whoa, I don't know if I can let's see if I can get these closer. That's not. Can we see these? These are not. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah. So quite chunky figures. Strange horses. Limited poses in the horses, but they are nice. They're charismatic, I think. So there's a set of 6 members of a Border Reaver family, and then there's the separate archbishop, and I've got foot figures of all of these as well, although I haven't painted them the same except for the leader and the archbishop. Everyone else has been purposefully painted differently to their foot version. So there they are. They were holding up my painting for quite some time. I don't know why, but they were one of those projects that was looking at me from the painting table and never getting done. In the end I put them in a drawer till I'd finished all the infantry, and then I got them out and finished them, which was better than the other option, which was just to throw them away or sell them, because I'm glad they're done. Now they're done, I'm really quite glad I've got them finished, and they'll look pretty imposing on the table once they're in play. So there they are. Okay, so that's my swashbuckler cavalry. Next up are some resin gravestones that I got from a Kickstarter, whose name escapes me. They were quite cheap, little set of gravestones. The Kickstarter had a mausoleum and some undead and some other stuff which I didn't want, so I got these, and I like them because they've had a bit more work put into them than your usual gravestones. They're just I think they're really characterful. This one here is a Fenris Games gravestone that missed the cut when I made my other my bigger graveyard pieces I've got. So I've just based these in little groups and I can dot them around, and there they go. More fantasy than historical, I think, but I'll use them every time I need a graveyard. For this last section, the 2 Hovels churches, I'm afraid I've gone to handheld wobbly cam so I can get them actually in focus. There isn't enough room on my table for the stand and the thing. So here we are, 2 resin churches from Hovels, still in production for those of you who remember them from I think I had my first one in late 80s, certainly very early 90s, 90 or 91 I had my original one. The complete church on the right you can buy for £15 from Hovels. I forget what the ruined one is, about £8 I think. Wonderful value. Small by today's standards, I think. Let me zoom in on the full one for a minute. So here's a big Hokahay miniature. Let's try and get a. So maybe they're a bit small. So it's a chapel. Whatever. I think it's great. I like small footprints for my buildings. I'm going to move him out of the way so he doesn't get. So yeah, there we go. Really nice, I think. Great little model. Let's get the back view. Back view, there we go. Right, there we are. So that's it. And then you can get the ruined one, which is the same church but ruined. They've drilled out the door, and see. I haven't done anything to these. This is as it comes. I haven't had to remove any flash or anything. And there it is. I think that's great. I think the stone detailing is very nice. It's perfectly adequate. The windows are a bit impressionistic, but again, I'm okay with that. There we are. So very quick to do, bit of dry brushing. Don't want to big them up too much because I didn't paint them for very long. But I think effective pair of models that we'll see, because we're doing the English Civil War fantasy setting. Going to see a lot of table time, I hope. Let's put my little shepherd back in the middle for size again. So there we are. That's this painting update. So as ever, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.